Trumpers out there, put a sock in it. I'm not talking to you. I'm not joining you on this. Because as I said before, if even the Pope has folded on this fundamental moral question for which has always been the sign, the hallmark of a civilization in total decline, right, and collapse. If even the Pope has folded on this question, he's out there right now, as you know, calling for blessings of gay couples. Where in the world do you think Donald Trump, the politician, is supposed to get the moral firepower to say, well, I am going to take a stand against them? No, that's not the way it works. Religion, faith, inform politics, right? Even in the modern world, that's the case. If a politician can look at the Pope and say, well, I guess, he knows the Bible better than I do. I know nothing about the Bible. And the Pope is saying he's got to bless gay people. Well, I want their vote. I want their vote. So if I can team up with them, I'm going to. If I can lay down the whole thing, the biblical-based problem with Sodom, I'm going to do that. And that's exactly what's happening. So yeah, why has Trump folded on this question since 2016? Well, because the world's most recognized moral authority has also folded on that question since 2016. He's out there asking for all the priests and bishops of the world to bless gay couples. What's more serious in your opinion? Catering the vote of gay couples or blessing them? Think about it. You see, that's precisely the problem. And what happens, though, after this? If you make political compromises, the good guys, the guys who are trying to stand with the good guys, with the guys in the white hat, with the children in the white, if you make these compromises, what happens to Christian moral teaching the next morning after the election, after they lose the election? What happens to Christian moral teaching impacting and informing politics in the future, friends? It won't. It never will. Never again. Just as it hasn't over in Catholic, quote-unquote, Catholic Europe for decades. They never talk about abortion. They never talk about a God. They never talk about family in Catholic Europe, the bastion of Christianity. They never talk about it anymore. It's gone, completely gone, because that's where the faith died first. Thanks to the spirit of Vatican II, the modernism that infested the Catholic Church. So what we need to brace for, friends, first of all, we can't give up on politics. We have to stay involved and stay active and speak our minds on what we think needs to happen in order not to incur the wrath of God on our politician or our political situation. But if it's, we need to brace then for this massive demoralization if and when Trump loses again after having compromised on the moral issues, you see? And that's kind of what I mean by the psyop. We're going to see everything falling apart soon, coming down, right? Just complete disintegration. And you don't think that cackling Cammy and Tiny Tim can win? Oh man, don't kid yourselves, friends. Of course they can win. Of course. The media that wants these two clowns to win just succeeded in locking the entire world down, masking them up, and then getting them to take experimental vaccines and give them to their kids and they didn't need them. Do you think it's going to be difficult for the same media to convince the world to vote for these two clowns? Of course not. Besides, the left, friends, the Kamala Harrises, the Tim Walzes of this world, the Joe Bidens, they have religion on their side. This is the supreme demonic irony of what we're going through. They have religion on their side. We don't anymore. Yeah, it's a demonic antichrist religion, sure, but it's religion. And they are zealots. They are extremists. They are fundamentalist practitioners of a very weird cult religion, the basis of which is the blood of the innocents, right? The sacrificial blood of babies. There's Kamala Harris and Tiny Tim. Where do you think they met? What was the venue for their meeting? Their famous meeting that led to this now union of president and vice president for 2024. You know what the venue was? Planned Parenthood.
Many of you have asked, why am I here at this facility in particular? And I will tell you, it is because right now in our country we are facing a very serious health crisis. And the crisis is affecting many, many people in our country, most of whom are, frankly, silently suffering. After the United States Supreme Court took a constitutional right that had been recognized from the people of America, from the women of America. So I'm here at this health care clinic to uplift the work that is happening in Minnesota as an example of what true leadership looks like.
Remember what happened right before Minneapolis burned? The mayor set up Abortion Provider Appreciation Day for everyone to celebrate over in Minneapolis. That's what's going on. This is a religion, a dark and satanic religion.
The Satanic Temple says they have a strategy for women to access the abortion drug. Take it as part of a religious expression.
We really feel that the freedom of choice is something that that belongs to our religious membership, and they should be able to, on religious liberty grounds, maintain it.
They recently sent a letter to the FDA asking the church be allowed access to the abortion-inducing drug for its rituals, and they're working on filing a lawsuit. And the Heartbeat bill violates their religious freedom.
By regulating the context in which the ritual happens, you're necessarily regulating the ritual itself. It's necessarily that's what's happening. If I say nobody can buy wine, well, that's affecting the Catholic's ability to do Mass.
What do we have? No, seriously. What do we have?